We're in Europe. It's more acceptable here to
That's true.
walk around like that. Anyways, we got a round of 8 matchup. Of course, Alliance versus the real deal. Alliance, as Odie and many others have been saying, this is a team that they have such high hopes. They've been looking pretty good earlier in the season. Coming off a very disappointing performance, though. Talk about a tournament to kind of rebound with.
Yeah.
Starting with the draft, Kyle, what do you think? Nightstalker final pick saw it not do too well earlier today.
I thought the Nightstalker did well, though. I don't think it was the hero's fault as much as it was the way the team played around it. Again, it's the same combo, the Nightstalker Luna. This is something we're probably going to see a lot as this meta develops. And I like it just because of you're playing against an Undying, right? You're not going to be able to team fight too easily into Grimstroke, Doom, Undying, Pango. Abuse Vision, out farm, and try and get that critical engagement with a pick-off to start it, not just walking up as 5.
Yeah. It is Boxy playing the Nightstalker to confirm that, so it's going to be your offlane core Nightstalker.
Yep.
Sven in the hands of Taiga, I believe. And Koikfa on that Razor. So once again, we get that Razor versus possible Pango, I assume? Yeah, it's going to be the Pango. Looks like on the other side, although Nightstalker currently is in the middle lane? I don't know what's going on. There's musical lanes happening right now. Is Nightstalker really going to be mid? Yeah, I guess so. They send Razor to the bottom lane, actually, on the side of Alliance. So Razor versus the Medusa is what it ends up being. Pango was there, so I guess they're just kind of responding to one another.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And now you have Nightstalker mid against the Medusa. Maybe that's what they're going for.
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if that necessarily sounds strong, but again, it's Nightstalker. He's not going to be strong in the laning phase, I guess, being that it is daytime.
He doesn't really use his mana either, so you don't fear Snake as much, but I think the Medusa still should dominate this this matchup.
Yeah.
It's nice to have Razor against Undying, though. You limit his ability to play aggressive in the laning phase. And yeah, Pango can always swashbuckle away from the link, but you should still have a pretty big advantage down here. It's the Koikfa Taiga. Yeah,
that's what we saw again in the earlier game, the previous series, that Razor versus the Pango, and Pango seemed like he did pretty well. There's that double decay. Feels good from Mr. Miposhka. But Razor for now, working on that CS right now, 3-1 in the first set of creeps here. I know you mentioned the idea of the drums earlier on. They went that double drum strategy with the similar heroes. Now, drums on a Razor, with that new movement speed buff individually, it actually feels pretty good for that hero.
I agree, but it's an item you buy like when you're really far ahead, you know, and you're just like, okay, I'll just pick this up so that I can keep spending my gold. Whereas if you're not... The hero needs a BKB at a decent timing. This game's not as important, but I'd much rather see an early Yules just so you have that extra interrupt and the mana regen, so you can spam Q, but it's really the skill build, I think. Nice first blood picked up by Mickey. That's what you're looking for as the side of Alliance. Not just your core in this game and your hyper carry, but also arguably your best player.
Yeah. Doing a good job there, setting up with the Nightmare. Easy kill, it seemed like, in the end onto Grimstark, excuse me. But yeah, Luna, for CS-wise, not doing the greatest, but getting that kill will help things out. This Link, still in some damage.
This is a bit of a throwback, isn't it, Breaky? I remember casting Mickey and Insania at the Han Tour finals with you. What was that, 2013, 2014?
A while ago.
Yeah, time flies. Yeah, it really was.
2019 now. Here we are, so old. Good times, though. You know, we'll see if the Lions can come through here. Miposhka trying to suicide. It looks like he's going to do it effectively in the end, but Taiga running after him, hoping to get close enough. It's a fun strategy to be seeing. Well, Nightstalker right now, 14-5 CS in this mid matchup, so I guess Nightstalker is actually having a pretty good time, Boxy against Excalibur.
Yep, and I like, I don't know this matchup at all, but I like that Boxy is in a position to excel. I thought a big issue with the way Alliance drafted in the qualifiers was he was continuously just put on an island in the off lane. This is one of your best players. He's top MMR Europe, or at least he was for a time. Let this guy actually have a chance to play Dota. You know, don't just throw him to the wolves in a suicide scenario.
Yeah, obviously going back to the Han days, we know this guy is he's known for making plays, very exciting plays. So getting him on a hero for that, setting up in a good laning phase, apparently pretty good. Bottom lane, Miposhka might be dying as they were charging on top of him. They are going to chase him. Miposhka indeed goes down. Koikfa credit for the kill. They want more though. He's done a lot of damage. One more auto attack will do it. Koikfa gets the double kill. And they're pressuring the tower. Nice Diago right there. That was very close. Yeah, they're pinging him, but unfortunately the ping does no damage.
Indeed. And Ping Vinsec, unfortunately, just didn't do enough to ensure that kill. Top. This is tough for Doom. He is out CSing pretty hard against the Luna, but I feel like this will change as the lane progresses. Though Grimstroke Doom is just such a scary lane. You throw the Ink Swell on the Doom, he runs in and just smacks somebody in the face, lands the creep ability on top of it. It's just so much damage.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's only got a Wild Wing. He'd really like to have either a Centaur or ideally an Ursa.
I guess that's where the Nightmare can disrupt that quite a bit. In fact, Sasha taking it back off. He hits the Devour, so got some nice regen, but there's just so much burst damage. And talk about Boxy. I was going to say taking advantage of the first nighttime. It's actually not nighttime yet. That was just simply a haste rune that he had picked up. In 20 more seconds, we will be hitting our first nighttime. And you know, I'm curious, actually, being that he's playing a Midnight Stalker technically, I wonder, should we kind of expect him to move right away, or will this be maybe a couple of minutes at least?
I think nighttime... It's tough. I like the Night Stalker mid for that reason, to your point, because he can do either. He can sit in the mid lane, and then you're free to rotate to either top or bottom and find kills. So both lanes have a lot of kill threat, and Night Stalker doesn't waste nearly as much time. If you're bottom and you can't rotate mid, you're really forced to teleport if you ever want to make moves, and that removes your influence from the map. You'd like to be able to sit and accelerate in a lane, and I like what Taiga's doing. Let him get aggressive, and then Boxy could look to link if necessary. And Deuce is a bit weak right now. Still no points in Mana Shield. That is ambitious from Excalibur.
Might bite him in the ass right here. There's the fly-in. They go for the Void. Just got the level of it.
Just in time.
He actually does have it, but now the mana's gone. Ink's well, going to try to save the day. Pops that stick as well, getting some of the mana back. For now, he's going to be fine. Warcry keeping the Night Stalker alive. Another tower attack will not finish him off, though. Again, that Warcry absorbing so much damage, so they don't get the kill, but doesn't backfire
They're just
either.
So close. If they were maybe 2 seconds faster on that movement, he would not have got that last creep XP for 6. Would have been surely a kill. They do force the rotate. Deuce will have to go Shrine, so not too much time wasted in that regard. And Alliance is off to an early kill lead, but if you look at the lineup of the real deal, you gotta feel like they have an advantage throughout most of the mid game. The Grimstroke Doom combo, you don't really have that much damage output to deal with the Medusa. You can reduce his damage, you know, the mischance, the Night Stalker W, the Bane Enfeeble. Well, it doesn't reduce attack damage. It's just the status
I think it's the
right?
speed, attack speed if I'm not mistaken, as well as the status resistance.
Yeah.
Joshlo? He's fine.
It's weird because, like, you know these changes happen, right? But for so long in my head, you know, it's like, okay, Bane's great against, these, like, spread damage carries like Gyro and Dusa because you effectively just make them near worthless. And it's like, oh, no, that's not a thing anymore. It's actually got different synergies now, as Purge was talking about. Like, stuns last longer on a target that's enfeebled, which is really cool. Yeah. I like that status resist is still in the game, but no longer like this base ability like it used to be for strength heroes. I'd like to see more items and heroes have something that affects it, both offense and defense.
Look at that spread on the Inkswell. So neither one gets hit. Now, of course, they had to run pretty far away to avoid it, as it is a pretty large radius. So not going to get the kill once again, but they're drawing a lot of attention to the middle lane, so I guess they have that going for them. As Taiga almost dying to that Mystic Snake, walking away in time. That's 3 heroes, though, coming together on the side of the real deal to defend the Grimstroke in that case. Quakeba, he's just having free farm bottom lane meanwhile. Cleaning up down there. So yeah, this Alliance lineup, though, it's all about the tempo. I mean, you have the Luna, you have the Razor, of course, and building around the aura, pushing, especially with the Strength Core in the case of Night Stalker, as we talked about. Quakeba? Okay, that's just a Medusa. You're not too worried.
It's a weird teleport from Excalibur, though. I believe he was like at the Shrine area. TP's to bottom, and now he's just going to be forced to walk away. I'd prefer to see him play this game, like play selfishly as Dusa here. You know, make sure your game is ideal. If someone's going to TP in to save your offlane Pango, make that somebody, like anybody else.
Yeah. It's like he almost forgot he was Medusa. So he poured it there, he's like, wait a second. I can't do a damn thing. Pango can do a damn thing. Rolling Thunder up, and with that Inferno Blade, even Grimstroke assistance, easy killing a Mickey. They want to, though. They want Insania. Night Stalker nearby, not going to be able to save Insania. Might he get a turn kill? There's nobody even close to low. So the answer will probably be no. The Boxy's committing, and he does have Sven coming in. Going to pop the Darkness. Out comes a Stormhammer. Shoshlo in trouble. There's the Inkswell on top of Pink Vinsect, though, as they run in. They stun both the Swashbuckler. You see the triple silence on a Boxy. A little bit of overkill there, but again, keep the Doom alive, and they run off. They got 2 kills out of it. Good movement from the real deal.
Yeah, you'll take that. This is just the power of Doom, really. Hero's nuts.
Yeah, the regen's insane.
I can't believe they actually got the Grimstroke Doom combo. I haven't seen a team get this in a while.
Well, the panel was talking about, I kind of agree that Grimstroke Hero himself is somewhat died off a bit as far as the value goes, but this specifically is still a combo. That maybe a Sven Grimstroke, I feel like I've seen a fair amount too.
It's the Beastmaster and the Doom because they're BKB piercing ultimates, and if you get 2 of them, like Doom specifically, like it's 16 seconds of 2 heroes deleted. It doesn't matter who's actually getting doomed. If you get that spell off as a fight begins, you're probably going to win it.
Look at this. I mean, they have to just avoid the Doom. That's just how tanky he is. They can't even kill the Grimstroke. Ashashlo in their face fighting them with the TP coming in. Just really no chance to make a kill.
There's a lot of space made for Dusa, and yeah, sure, it's a Razor in the bottom lane, but you're just spamming Snake as Excalibur. You're not really afraid. You're going to just continue trading waves against a hero that, in theory, should be stronger than you at this point. He's going to get linked and then TP towards mid lane. Well played there. Just going to try and continue accelerating. Doom is prepared up here in the top lane, but I don't know if you're really going to be able to use it. And the concern I have with the Alliance draft is, like, where's their actual damage come from? You know, Luna ult, sure, but, you know, what's going to utilize the stuns from Sven, the Vision of Night Stalker? Who's actually going to be able to do that sustained DPS? It's really just Koifa, and he's not leaving this bottom lane. Yeah,
he's having a farm fest down there by himself, but again, going back to the lineup of Alliance, the more time you're not grouping up together, maybe trying to make some plays, the longer Medusa has that free farm, which she's using. I mean, she's got 20 more CS, essentially.
And I'm just concerned. Look at the amount of team fight AoE damage ReaL DeaL can output. We've seen how much work Ping, Vinsex, Pango can do specifically. Alliance, your entire draft is single target. Like, sure, late game, Luna can pop ultimate and have a ton of bounces and glaives going everywhere, but otherwise, Sven Bane, Night Stalker, these heroes are all low damage and single target based. You need to find initial pickoffs to win engagements. If you just try and take a straight up 5-on-5 into Stone Gaze, into Double Doom, the Pango, the Undying Tombstone, like, how do you actually battle into this draft?
Yeah. That's tough. There aren't the obvious answers. Even BKB doesn't feel that strong, as you're kind of mentioning there, specifically Stone Gaze that you're up against. So Taiga, they keep running him down, and this time it might actually work out. I mean, I'm sure he has another Warcry. He's going to use a Stormhammer Warcry, so maybe not, but they're just keeping him distracted. They're going to put more pressure on the tower, and eventually this tower will fall. So got that going for them. Bottom lane, the tower does go down, though, so Koifa managing to make progress down there. And Fiend's middle lane. Darkness is popping. Vinseg need the follow-up damage. Is it enough? Void, it was used to look like, and Koifa gets credit for the kill. There's his first TP, making a play there.
Yep, and that's exactly how you're going to have to play this match if you're Alliance. You can't take big engagements, right? So Koifa, he pushes bottom, connects mid, they set up a pickoff, and now they can continue to control the map. This is how you want to play. You're not able to fight 5-on-5, but you can certainly find these kills easily. You can see Boxy just flying throughout the map. That's the Night Sucker change. You can even see his skill build, 2-1-4. You get that unobstructed flying vision at nighttime. It is quite nice.
Freedom, man. Feels good. He's going drums, by the way, so similar to what we saw earlier, as Excalibur finds him, but yeah, nothing that he can do by himself to stop him. Just simply walks away. I wonder what Koifa was going. We didn't necessarily see. I just had double Wraithman, I believe. As meanwhile, we got the ReaL DeaL's running in the jungle themselves, so they want to play aggressive. They haven't used the Doom yet, I believe. Just trying to find that target, but Bane and Senia squeaks on out. He'll be fine. And they're just going to keep going away, so Alliance positioning well and picking up on that information.
They do a good job of just zoning away Insania from this mid tower. You don't want to let him just pull the creep wave and prevent you from taking out this tier 1. So they should be able to pick this up. Relatively even game. There's Koifa. He goes for the Yules because they've already got the drums. You never want to double up on an item.
Like that, at least, yeah.
It's quite good here as well because you can. The Doom cast animation is just so long that you could theoretically just you just buy time in fights. And that's one thing Alliance does have is the ability to play mobile. There really isn't much catch on the side of the ReaL DeaL. Sure, you have the Doom mini stun, the Pango's ult, but that's pretty easy to kite away, and they have a lot of methods of increasing their move speed. Luna's going to be buying the Yasha, will scale. He'll be very fast once the mid-game hits. Then you've got the Sven Warcry, the Razor, and Night Stalker. You pop drums. You have a ton of move speed on these heroes. It's really just Insania that'll end up getting left behind, but that's just the way this team operates. That often happens.
Yeah. As we know from history here. Yules pick up also on Razor the idea that it is a TP stopper and a hero that obviously doesn't have one naturally, always good. Will also purge silence. And whenever you're going against the silence, having that option, not bad. In this case against Pango.
Doesn't purge the Grimstroke silence.
Not that one. No, I was thinking the Pango. Lucky shot. That great new ability.
Well, in my head, it removes. It's funny, in my head, it still removes all your armor, but obviously that's not the case anymore.
Pushka? Void to use, but honestly, probably a smart play. He saw them coming in Boxy. It's not dark time, or nighttime, more appropriately yet. So he has darkness, but didn't want to have to use it there. It was just a support after all. Not worth the commit. Instead, he continues going back to farm. So, yeah, again, Quakeba, he's on top of the net worth chart slightly, about 200 gold. More than Medusa. But Alliance back to farming for the time being, but you have to assume that pressure. I mean, I say that. There's 3 heroes in the Radiant jungle, so they are being aggressive. Yeah.
And I think you're confident in your late game for the real deal, but I don't really like the farming patterns Excalibur's utilized in this game. Just so much downtime where he just seems to be running back and forth between lanes. He doesn't have an area of the map he wants to sit in, and I wouldn't mind him just playing this top side. You've got vision up, your whole team's in the area. You don't want to be playing this game alone against the killing power of Alliance's Hunt. Like, he's also the brunt of their tower damage, and he's not up top looking to hit this tower.
Night Stalker pops darkness about 30 seconds or so before actual nighttime. He's going to run in. They want to collapse on somebody. It's just spent for the time being, though. I believe he has a double damage rid, though, so God Strength plus that. Even if he's a support, he hits damn hard. As Jerry finds out, there's that double doom, though, on Insania and Taiga, both supports. And it's a shrine, so the double doom not going to do the most right here. Undying trying to beat them down. They kill the tombstone as they focus fire. Maposhka also goes down. Insania, he's going to end up living, I'm pretty sure. Even with the doom, it's going to be close. Yeah, no, he'll be fine. Brain zap, gets an urn. He's good. That's got to feel bad, man.
It's just sloppy. They don't have their Dusa. That's a large portion of their damage and team fight. And you got to abuse your draft's strength here. You know, you have that team fight advantage. You've got the double doom active, but you're fighting, 3-on-5 almost at a shrine. Your Pango got isolated by the Night Stalker, had to completely get out of dodge. And now you have no real power to take engagements. The Vlad's was just finished on the doom, but you aren't going to be looking to fight now for another 2-3 minutes.
You know, both of these heroes, Night Stalker and Doom, have had drums for, I want to say, like 5 minutes, it feels like. Yeah. And no charges have been used on either one. And I think that's kind of telling of how this game is really, there has been a lot of avoiding other than that instance we really saw right there in the jungle. But, you know, eventually those charges are going to start being used. In fact, the smoke play, as we saw.
Yeah, Doom's down. This is great timing. You want to just look to get active here. I don't like how defensive Real Deal's positioned. Yeah, I know they don't have the cooldowns to maybe take engagements, but look at where their wards are, and look at where they're playing on the map. There are 5 heroes around their top shrine. That's a lot of map control to just seed away, and this is the strength of the Alliance draft. We have clear vision. We have no fog of war, but it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And this is where the Alliance draft will thrive. And Luna, no pressure whatsoever. He's just free farming, as is Koifa's Razor, yet the 3, 4, 5 of Alliance are able to just utterly dominate the enemy dire jungle, or Radiant jungle.
Yeah, look at
just because they have no vision on Radiant.
Look at Taiga's farm as we saw there for a split second. Double bracer. He had, well, he had something else there, and he was building a Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah. And look, they're just going to dive here. This is going to be an easy kill on Pango. And this is the Night Stalker advantage. Look at this.
Yeah, they know he's here. It's just a matter of catching him. So Night Stalker wrapping around, going through the trees. They're even pinging exactly where he's at. You really can't. There you go. Now they get that information. There's a charger from Boxy. The silence comes out. Oh, he has a haste room, but guess what? Fiend's Grip locked you right in place. So he ain't getting away. There's a TP in for the Doom. Puts the Centaur Stomp out. But Insania, though. That's 3 TPs for Insania.
And the rest of the, again, that's the power of the Night Stalker. You get the kill, and he's already running towards mid. Yeah, Insania dies, but he knew that was going to happen. He's fine trading his life for the Pango.
Valiant sacrifice.
Because you're always just buying time for your 2 cores. And Medusa is kind of left with the scraps. Feels like Excalibur, when you're playing Medusa, you want to be as efficient as possible in your farming patterns. Like, who cares what your team's doing, what the enemy team's doing? You're always hitting creeps or looking to push towers or hit heroes. No downtime whatsoever.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of running back and forth. Creep camps already farmed out, forced to then walk to the other end of the jungle, TP in defensively. It's just, yeah, he's top net worth, but you feel like he should be further ahead based on the way this game started.
And it's been a while since we've seen a consistent Night Stalker in the meta, but this game is kind of reminding us that the impact, the presence that this hero can have, that if he has a good start especially, even though he may not be getting kill after kill, it's just that idea that it could be coming because it's nighttime. You have to respect it. And they're going to lose the bottom tier too. As he pops darkness for this, he's flying around. They've completely taken over the Radiant jungle.
Oh, yeah. And there's not, I don't think Real Deal Radiant can do anything until this hits daytime. For now, Boxy's king.
Well, he's going to show off being king, and he's like, all right, 4-man on me, I'm just going to fly away.
Yeah, you can't surprise a Night Stalker with clear vision walking up high ground. There is no such thing as terrain to this hero.
That's true.
As darkness has popped.
I got to try this here. I honestly haven't tried it, but just watching this game, it feels like freedom right now for Boxy. And again, you look at his net worth, he's 5th in net worth, but probably, you could argue, has the highest impact right now in the game. Although this is interesting, that was scanned out. Yeah, it sounds like you don't like this. It's a slow Roshan.
It's possible, but the BKB finished on Razor. Oh, I don't know about this.
There's the silences going up from Boxy. He's playing a distractor right now, so beautiful cinematic view coming out. And Alliance was heading over, but they're still going back. Oh, man, they are. This feels like overplaying a little bit. You mentioned the BKB just finished on Razor. He's going to start charging in. They're protecting him once again with the swatch. But it's only at half life, guys. Yeah, this is not going to happen.
Yeah, Taiga's still farming. He's just hanging out. Luna Mikke is just going to be like, okay, I'll push mid, guys. Like, again, there's so many methods that Alliance can utilize to get vision inside the pit. It's not like you're going to force them to respond here. They're just going to keep poking, keep tabs on the HP pool. And if we're really to get low enough, then you just go and take the engagement. Pingman Sec dies.
They're just running in with an Eclipse. Taiga gets credit for the kill, but something tells me that was a lot of the moon, or the Luna right there. As Tombstone gets picked off, is about to die anyways due to time. There's the Soulbind on top of them, but they lock down the Doom, preventing a double Doom. Out comes the Gaze, but they're just killing everyone around the Medusa. However, it is a triple buyback, and there's a roll-in with the Rolling Thunder. She TPs out after the Gaze, and Pango's going to have to just roll on away back to base.
It's a 9K gold. Whoa, holy, 3 buybacks?
Yeah, that's what I'll say. They bought 3 buyback heroes, and well, there's a one. That wasn't a dieback. He wasn't one that bought back, I believe. But that's a dieback right there. Doom's going to be down for 60 seconds. Ping Vinsec, he's fine, but yeah, this just seems odd. I mean, it is daytime now, but literally 90% of that fight was during the nighttime, and that's what I don't get the most. Ping Vinsec, by the way, he's just dead again. The real deal. They're the real flop right here right now.
And Boxy denies Koifa. He was thinking about letting him get the regen rune, but I believe that last couple ticks of Doom would have taken him out. So you get absolutely nothing as real deal, and I believe you've just lost the game. Doesn't feel like
Kyle. There's always a chance.
There's always sure, but I don't know.
That's what Dumb and Dumber taught me. Telling me there's a chance.
I don't know if that movie is
there's
the
probably
best
no chance
to
here,
guide your future with, but like it was the same in the previous series. Even though they came out on top, it just feels like there isn't really a game plan for the real deal. Like, what, you're gonna force Roche? Like, it's not gonna work, and it didn't work.
Yeah, again, back to
you don't even have a medallion for this.
You're down during nighttime. It makes 0 sense.
Like,
I agree.
If you wait for day, knowing that the darkness will still be on cooldown, sure, maybe you've got a chance. You had that 30 or 45-second window where you would have had the sun out shining, but that just seems hopeless. So ambitious. And you said Taiga's huge. He just finished a Vlad's. He's got 1,000 extra gold to boot.
This feels like a position 3 Sven at least.
Yeah. And this is a common trend in, you know, I hate to say it, but ex-Han teams, all right? We're all about the supports, okay?
You mean you guys just win?
Yeah, well, it's so hard to play support as a poor peon. Whereas you get to this point, and it feels like you have like 4.5 heroes.
Yeah.
Games that we saw earlier, you know, when your 5 is this, even though they ended up winning the games, the Peksu Jakiro, he's got like 1,200 net worth. It just feels bad. You don't really feel like you have game impact. And I think Secret, you know, best team in the world at the moment, really demonstrates the importance of ensuring that your 4 and 5 have that one item. It's like something I've talked about with Puppy. You know, your core could have like his 5th, 6th item 30 seconds faster. But if you're a 5 and you get that one item, no matter what it is,
staff,
the Force, the Glimmer, the Halberd, like it's so much value and innate survivability for a very squishy position. It's just, you don't want to not have that. And you can look at the disparity. Maposhka, he's got max Tombstone. That's it. That's his whole, that's it. That's what he brings to a team fight. And if that tomb goes down, you know, GG.
Just focusing anyways. Yeah, Insania has that history of being a very greedy farm support.
Yeah.
And it definitely translated into Dota. We've seen that plenty from him as well. So, Blink Dagger's coming for Doom. So he has a Vlad's and the drums. Has Knight's Aura's there. The Blink Dagger, of course, will be a nice setup for getting that Doom off, potentially a double Doom. But we have really still yet to see the Doom be that effective. Even with the double Doom earlier, again, didn't even get a kill as they retreated. That's just one of the things that are going wrong right now for the real deal. But down 13K, they're still having hope, and as they should. Again, you have a Medusa that's, I assume, getting pretty good farm. We see the buyback status right there, but I gotta assume she's possibly even #1 in net worth, if not probably behind the Luna. But It's
Sure would like to see net worth if it were possible, though.
Wouldn't that be fun? But if somebody just pressed Y, that would be cool.
But Grimstroke, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on buyback. At least we were here for that meme.
Thank God.
16-3, as you said, 23 minutes into the game. It feels grim.
Yeah.
And not just because the real deal. Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm a dad now. I get those jokes.
Sheev's hitting me with the real deal's the real deal, and then you're going for.
That one's pretty easy, yeah.
Okay, well, hey, the bright side.
Day one.
Only 6 more kills, Breaky. 6 more kills for Alliance, and we're there, and we've made it.
Then the dream is real. The meme dream is real. So I get 6 more kills, have them concede. Let's go. That's the game plan.
Luna's just gonna run away with this. They're so farmed, and you have so much damage reduction on the Deuce as well. There really isn't much sustained damage. I did talk a lot about the Real Deal's team fight, but they never got one. They did not get a single engagement that was planned out by them. They didn't ever get that quality engagement they wanted. And I think if you're Alliance, just walk high ground, right?
They're going to at least go tier 2. I mean, the BKB, I think, is going to be delivered. The courier's all the way back at base, so they don't have the BKB yet on Luna. However, they might be engaged here due to a smoke play. Coming out, Shoshlo picks up a mud golem, I think that was.
This is well done by Alliance, because bounty runes are about to spawn and nighttime is going to hit, so you're fine with this engagement. Oh, but just kidding.
They got Boxy. Not so fine for him right now, and Sandy have to deal with the tombstone on the back line, so Boxy looks like he's going down for sure. The Doom helping to take him down. If anything, is going to do a couple of auto attacks, but that'll be it. They also lose Insania on Bane. Quakeba made it out of there, however, picks up a bounty rune along the way, and he's just going to jet on out of there. So they do lose 2. The smoke gate definitely effective for the Real Deal.
Yep. But they do lose out on the bottom bounty runes. I would have liked to see them actually leave a hero there, knowing you could TP Shrine, so that if you were going to get those just quick kills, that you wouldn't lose the bounties, because that kind of equalizes it. Yeah, sure, there's a bit of experience going towards the Real Deal, but bounty runes 25 minutes in are a lot of gold.
This talent I love to see, I honestly think is underrated from Sven, level 15, dispels abilities on Stormhammer. And you have something like the Inkswell, so if you happen to use it on that target, of course it will dispel said ability. Now, you know, the chances that all lines up, it's not going to be in every fight thing necessarily, but he'll be looking for that, I'm sure. That's at least one that comes to mind.
It's value.
Yeah. Make A?
Uh-oh.
That's, is he going to use an Eclipse for this? Probably not. That's a Stormhammer to secure it. Jerry, that was a wrong spot to be in, buddy.
Jaro, what you doing?
Why is he Jerry? Why not EGM?
His name is
shamed? I mean, okay. My name, yeah. I guess your name's Kyle and you used Kyle, so.
Yeah. I'm about to say, do you have a problem with people using their real names, Breaky?
Forgot I was talking to him, my bad. That's an easy tier 2. That's going to clean up all the outer towers, and as we mentioned, Mickey now has that BKB, so another 2,500 gold saved up, but he's feeling pretty cozy, and especially when the teams around him, of course, they are as well with that aura, the Lunar Blessing. Medusa almost has a nice, almost, got 1,200 gold saved up, working on it for that Eye of Scotty, but still time to go for Excalibur. Pango with the Maelstrom, at least. Pango's very good. Between Pango and Medusa, their counter push is actually really good. So that's, I suppose, a trouble for Alliance. They can't just 5-man death ball push into the base. They do probably have to get a pick or so.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're not feeling pressured at all because you know the Real Deal's in the base. So every minute that goes by, you recognize your advantage is extrapolating ahead. You're getting up like 1,000 gold or so every minute because you're farming 3 lanes and enemy jungle. So who cares? And now it's nighttime, and oh, let's leave the base. I'm not sure that that's a wise decision.
Without a smoke, even. You figure that they were smoked out the way they're moving.
Yeah, that with their triple stun.
If this is the plan, guys, it's working out beautifully. Ping Vincent might die off the bat. Yep, the Eclipse bouncing around. Excalibur's dead. That's 3 heroes dead, and that was
what
I mean, they tried. There's that.
All right.
That tower's fallen. There's no buybacks. That seemed like just honestly what that looked like right there was just the Real Deal going, we have no effing clue how to deal with this game. Let's just try something completely crazy, and we'll call GG after, well, more than likely. So that's exactly what happens.
This is just it's a tough game for me to watch as a captain because in my playing career, I lost a few games like this, more than a few actually, where you just don't feel like you just don't know why you lost. It's like everything just went wrong. It's like, was it our draft? Well, that was kind of poor. We didn't get fights. It doesn't feel like you actually had a shot. Like you didn't play the game. You didn't actually get a fair shake. Alliance just kind of giggle their way to a victory, and it felt like every move they made just worked. And I don't know if